are the New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia regional announcements for the month of June. At the Northeast RUTC prayer meeting on May 16, Pastor Cho Sung-gil stressed in a message that the church has a mission to preach the gospel and evangelize to the region, and that we should gather together with the pulpit, pray, and go out to the field to preach the gospel. He also sent a message through RUTC that praying together is God's greatest pleasure and that all churches are time scheduled for missionary work and response. Afterward, Pastor Lee Won-mook led us to have time to pray together. In the second part of Remnant Day in May, Deacon Alice Kim, a pianist serving the Emmanuel Church in New Jersey, gave lectures with specific examples of what the message of New Age music is, how it penetrates through music and codes of music. Summit School for the 2021 spring semester in the Northeast ended on May 30th. In May, Pastor Chang Myung-chan and Pastor Park Se-gang gave a message to remnants. And during the internship, Deacon Lee Min-ji, a nurse at Emmanuel Boston Church, shared her covenant journey, that how she chose the medical field and introduced professional information. Also, Deaconess Kwak Tae-hee of New Jersey Oneness Church revisited the deep reading prayer once again. Finally, the Eden Church Assistant Pastor An Ju-hyun told remnants to hold on to their CBDIP in the direction of saving the 237 nations to find their own uniqueness and recreation. The Summit Award was given to Braden Lee, remnant of the New York Light Church, who was the most active participant in class and who completed all of his homework. On the last day of Summit School, he received a scholarship to be exempt from next semester's tuition. Pastor Kim Sung-yong of Pohang Eunseong Church delivered a message at the Evangelism Alumni School on June 13. It is said that TCK can be saved for the ministry of 237 nations and 5,000 tribes, and the TCK can be saved by the remnants movement through the RUTC. The Northeastern RUTC held on to the covenant to establish the meditation system for the remnants so that we can have the manual for raising the spiritual summit and for the remnants to build the meditative prayer time. Under the Northeast RUTC system, there was intensive English-speaking gospel training through online Zoom for 4 days from June 6 to June 10. In the first lecture, Pastor David of Dallas Oneness Church titled Who is Jesus to Me and told remnant to find my journey to the covenant. And in the second lecture titled Only Jesus, Pastor Brian Lee said the force of darkness will be broken down only through Jesus Christ. In the third and fourth lectures, Pastor Sam Kim from Korea asked remnants to have a summit time to save the 237 countries and the 5,000 tribes with the true rest and blessings given by God. A total of 68 people registered for this training, and many new English-speaking families, multi-ethnic, and remnants have participated. It was an important time schedule for everyone who participated to focus on the gospel, have forum, and receive healing. We are anticipating the next training. On May 13th, the regional pastor went hiking to Bear Mountain. Until now, they could not meet in person due to the COVID-19. They were able to have a meeting after a long break, and they had a worship time and enjoy oneness together. Artists who have met through RCA's art exhibition have continued spiritual training on the last Saturday of every month to restore gospel culture under the name of the Remnant Artist Missionary Group, RAM. They are preparing an online exhibition that expresses the theme of RAM, not my own, but by God's. For those who want to participate in the third online exhibition, you can visit remnantartist.com. New Jersey Spring of Life Church held an outdoor service at New Jersey National Park on June 6. Pastor Lee Won-kyu said that Paul's confession should be our own confession, and everything should start and end with God's grace. And Pastor Cho Jong-man gave the benediction following afterwards. After the service, the church had a meal together, exercised, and had time to become oneness. The New Jersey Covenant Church is actively engaged in multi-ethnic and TCK-centered ministry, and the TCK Remnants Choir team meets every day to praise God. Additionally, TCK Missionary School is held at William Patterson University every Monday at 8 p.m., so please pray for the meeting. Pastor Park Young-hwan of All Nation Church in Korea delivered a message during the monthly spiritual training at New Jersey Emmanuel Church. With Romans chapter 16 verse 25 through 27 under the title My Gospel, the message delivered the evidence of how the work of Christ arose at the evangelism field to confirm the life of evangelist, and enjoy the gospel through Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 and 28 and receive the answer of first, second, and third RUTC movement. On June 6, New Jersey Oneness Church held an outdoor service at Shepherd Lake Park. The 237 members and remnants who connected through the Taekwondo Regional Church gathered together, and Pastor Omiya delivered a gospel message under the title of Secret of Salvation. Later, the first birthday party of remnants who were born during the COVID pandemic was held. They played games, and all the church members enjoyed nature and enjoyed oneness time. The New York Emmanuel Church has begun EBS personal training and field mission camp confirmed the meetings that God had planned. They witnessed the fulfillment of the word through meeting souls that God had reserved in a park where Spanish-speaking people gathered. Last year, Jude was called by God while conducting 237 missionary work and her lifelong wish for her family to hear the gospel, and they accepted Jesus Christ. The church also held a one-night and 2 days college young adult group retreat with the theme of oneness and had a time for healing and restoring strengths.